Hello, today we're going to look at problems involving appreciation and depreciation. So a couple examples, one for depreciation and one for appreciation. So we'll start off with depreciation first of all. Now hopefully you're aware that depreciate means go down, or it goes down in value. Appreciate goes up in value. So depreciation goes down in value. Now I'll let you read this example before we start. So we've got a car costing £11,000 and it's going to depreciate 20% per year, per annum. How much is it worth after 3 years? So we're going to do this the quick way, not the long way. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the quick way, it'd be good to watch my compound interest video to see the quick way. So let's do the quick way here. So we've got £11,000. And if it depreciates by 20%, in other words, it loses 20% of its value, then it's worth 80% of its current value. So 80%. Now, if we want to multiply this number, 11,000, by a number, we're going to convert 80% into decimal. So that's 0.8. So we're going to multiply that by 0.8. So that's going to be the value. That's going to be the value after 1 year. After 2 years, again loses 20%. So we'll multiply it by 80%, or 0.8. So it's going to be the value after 2 years. After 3, again by another 0.8. So the quick way of doing that would just be to write 11,000 multiplied by 0.8 to the power of 3. So 11,000, 20% lost, depreciated by 20%, so it's 0.08 or 80% left, and it's over 3 years, therefore the power of 3. And your final answer there is £5,632. So here, this line here is the quickest and most efficient way of doing that example. And we'll do that, we'll apply the same sort of theory for the second example. So the second example, this time, is about appreciation. I'll give you 5 seconds or so just to read the example. So in this case, we've bought something, an antique, presumably a very valuable antique, for £700,000, and it appreciates by 30% per year. So it goes up in value by 30%. So the quick way of doing this, well, if it's going up by 30%, that means it goes from 100% up to 130%. So from your original 100, add 30, so 130%. And if we're converting that into decimal, it's going to be 1.3. So end of the first year, we're going to multiply the 700,000 by 1.3. That will be the value at the end of the first year. And we're just going to do this a quick way. It's after 5 years. So if it appreciates by 30%, all of those 5 years, then we put the power of 5 in there. So 700,000 multiplied by, that's equivalent to 130%, written as a decimal, and to the power of the number of years, power of 5. And if you do your calculations there, it works out as £2,599,051. Now these are the quick ways of doing these sort of questions. You can always do the long way if you feel a bit more comfortable, but I'd recommend if you could hopefully understand the quick way and start applying that. Goodbye, and thanks for watching.